Hey, welcome back to the Lick of the Week redo series. This is a series of videos where I'm going back and re-recording the first videos that I posted on the Hangout way back in 2008. This is the fourth video that I posted, and it's kind of a really commonly heard modern sounding chromatic lick, and I'll explain later what the term chromatic means if you don't know. And it has a little blues in it, so it's what I call a bluesy chromatic lick, I think. But here's the lick that I played. So there was the lick, and we talked about, you know, how you could use it in a song. So maybe we'll use a song example in this video and expand upon it a little bit, so we have a little more time on YouTube than we had back then to post videos, so I can make this video slightly longer. But as we do in all these redo videos, I want to zoom in on the left hand and the right hand so we can see what's going on with both. So I'm going to try to give you a zoom shot of the left hand. And I'm still horrible at running this zoom function on this camera because everything is the opposite of what I tell it to do. Which is frustrating sometimes. So here's the fingerboard. And left hand fingering is optional. You can copy what I'm doing or come up with something that you like better, but this will show you the positions. Third string, 5th fret, I'm sorry, 6th fret. Third string, it's fret number 6. And then the first and second string is at 6. First string is at 4. So if you can look at these positions, this is what you're going to be holding when you play the lick. Then the next position is this. Third string at 5, second string at 6, and use whatever fingers you like. So let me call out the notes and you watch the fingers as they go across the fingerboard. 3, 1, open, position, 2, 1, 5, 2, 1, 5 again with the first release. Again, so that would be 2, 1, 5, 2, 1, 5. Now here's the index finger coming over to the third string. First string is open. 3, 2, 1, forward roll. So everything you're doing just runs from one position to the next. 3, 1, 2, 1, 5, 2, 1, 5, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Again. 3, 1, 2, 1, 5, 2, 1, 5, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. So that's everything you're doing up the neck. Then you're going to move down here to this really common blues lick position for bluegrass banjo. Second string at 1, third string at 3, which is a blues note for G, and I'll choke it generally just a little bit, and then pinch 1 and 3 open. Now let's run it all together. 3, 1, 2, 1, 5, 2, 1, 5, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, pinch. And remember, all the fingers that you see me using in this video are optional. If you find something that works better for you, please do it. Okay, so there is the left hand. Zoom back out. And now let's focus on the banjo head so we can look at the right hand. Try to give you a good shot there. And let's zoom in close as we can. Wow, that's close. Go back a little bit. Okay, I'm going to turn the banjo so you can see my right hand. Right hand is obviously optional too. You don't have to use the same fingers I'm doing. Just remember, when you really get proficient at melodic style, you don't typically want to use your thumb all the time like you would in scrug style as a rule, but of course rules are meant to be broken. So if you can use your thumb more than I do, that you see me using in this video, use your thumb all you want. As long as you can play the lick well and it doesn't hurt you, use whatever works for you. So here's the lick again. The notes are 3, 1, 2, 1, 5, 2, 1, 5, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, pinch. sometimes I use my thumb, sometimes I use my index. So I'm trying to give you two options here. You could start with a thumb, or you could start with the index. So there's the left and the right hands for the lick. Get the camera going again where it's supposed to go. There we go. And in the original video, I just played some, basically just made up some blues runs and things and put them together. What really wasn't a song example, to show you how the lick might function. The lick can be broken down into fragments. You don't always have to play the entire lick like I've showed you in this video. You can break it up into little smaller units, like 2-1-5 out of this position is a common fragment that you can do a lot with. You can sit there and play those notes over and over. That could become a chromatic lick. Part of it could be licked. You could start and stop in different places. Instead of going 3-1-2-1-5, you could just go right into 2-1-5, which would, allow you to put a little more space around the lick itself instead of having so many notes. You can also play around with the timing of the lick as far as how you syncopate the notes. You don't always have to have eighths or sixteenths in measures. You could have all kinds of strange durations mixed up, and that's one way you can get a ton of variety with a lick. Instead of thinking about adding more notes or taking notes away, you could say, I'm just going to play around with the time values of the notes that are already there. Of course, now you have to have a pretty I wouldn't say advanced, but you have to be pretty comfortable with shifting syncopations inside measures and things. So if you've been playing a long time and you have a pretty good sense of timing and you naturally know how to syncopate things, this won't seem such a daunting task. But if you're used to playing things as straight eighths and sixteenths and you're not used to syncopating differently than the way you always do, this might be a little bit of a challenge, but it's one way you can change licks around other than altering the lick itself. Leave all the notes in place, but just change how they feel by changing the timing of the notes. And you can come up with some pretty unique variations that are all rhythmic, not structure in nature. So the lick doesn't change, it's just the way you play the notes that changes. So I'll end the video here with maybe, I don't know, 9-Pound Hammer. I always fall back to that song for some reason. Let's play a little version of 9-Pound Hammer and see if we can slip in that lick. I used it in that particular place, but you could use it for an ending lick for 9-Pound Hammer. So if you play around with the length of the notes you play in there, it could be a ending lick for a song like 9-Pound Hammer. But again, any song that you think this would work in, capo it up to different keys, you can transpose it around, whatever you think works. It is a chromatic lick, so it has those intervals. It does have a couple of blues notes in it from the G scale in this case, since we played it in G. So if you are playing a song that lends itself to blues or already has some blues in the song and you want to keep that feel going, but you want something outside of normal Scruggs licks, this is a really cool lick to use. So I appreciate you watching. I'll see you next time on the redo videos. Appreciate it.